Hi, good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Depends from where you're watching me from. I welcome you again to this platform. Is your host again, Reverend Rehab Mwangi. To prevent our children from entering into drugs, gang, and alcohol. This is one of the crucial topics that I want to reach out to you guys. As much as we want to bring up people out of drugs, we want to prevent our children from going into drugs as well. So number one idea that I have that I know it works. This is something that we've worked with, and it works. So number one is love. You need to show your children unconditional love. You might be there and say, what do you mean? We love our children. That's why we wake up, we work, we go to work, we do all this for our children. Yes, I understand, and that's another way of love. But the children of today, they don't want to see that. They don't want to hear that. They want to feel it. They want to hear it. You have to call your son and say, I love you, my son. I love you, my daughter. How are you? Embrace them. Tell them you're the prettiest girl in the world. You're the most handsome boy. Show them love. As much as I said in the other previous video that I felt rejection, you see. So we don't want, when our kids, that thing's trying to sneak in them, they'll be able to battle it because they're showered with love. Shower your children with love. And when I say love, it's not about doing things, is about speaking it out. Tell them. It's most like the life I lived in, parents never say I love you. You knew they love you by what they do. They'll go to work, they'll buy you clothes. That's love. But the kids of today, they want to hear it. Tell them I love you. That's number one tactic that conquers a lot of things. The other thing is fashion. I've come to realize most of the mothers are struggling with youth who are in fashion because, number one, you take your kids to shopping, they want a trainer that is £100. They're going for expensive clothes. I've had mothers complain, like, when we go shopping, it's always going for the expensive clothes. And that's what's trending out there. You see, if your kid doesn't have what everyone have, number one, they'll end up stealing so they can have it. Number two, they'll end up selling drugs so they can have quick money. Let me tell you, 99% of the people who sell drugs, you won't believe it, they sell it so they can have a new pair of trainers. They can look good like their friends. 99% of people who steal, they steal so they can go and buy that pair of trainers and look like their friends. So instead of allowing our children to go to steal or sell drugs, why don't we provide for them? Then we protect them from going to that. And that's what I tell women, I tell mothers, guess what? Drug dealers know when a child doesn't have enough at home. They know a child, and that's what they always look and they say, that one doesn't have, let's go for them. Because one thing you need to understand, a drug dealer will tell your kid, look, take this bag to that house or to that person. If you take it, I'll give you £10. That kid doesn't see £10. That kid never get pocket money. So obviously for him, it's something big. He'll be like, yeah, just to take this from this point to that point, I get £10. And they're very smart. So they always multiply for them. They're like, you see, if you do that, like for the whole week, I'll give you £100. And if you think, oh, if I sell this, how many bags I get this, then you're like, I don't even get that from my parents, so I might as well do it. Then I'll be able to buy myself a pair of trainers. I'll buy myself a phone. I'll buy myself what I've been asking my mom to buy, but she's not able to buy. So you can prevent your kids by providing what they need. I'm not saying spoil them, but I'm saying if it's time for go shopping, because there is time for shopping in every family, why don't you allow your kid to choose what they want? And when I say choose what they want, is according to the fashion they're in. And I'm not saying now they go to a wild, but I'm talking about trainers. I'm talking about, boys like Nike, they like Adidas, they like, they like nice things. And you find if you don't do that, now they start selling drugs because why? They want that pair of trainers they saw their friend with. They cannot afford it. So they'll do anything just to get that trainers. They'll steal from people. So they will steal even from you because they're not getting what they want. So you need to understand that is very important. And that's what I always tell mothers. Some people, like in our community, when someone dies or there's a wedding, we do help out. We come together, we support that person, we give them money, and sometimes you go somewhere, you give them £100, £200, depending how you're blessed. And that's what I always tell parents. Look, if someone call you now that something bad has happened, they need money, you will give them. But you will not give your kid a nice pair of trainers, but you will give out to somebody. I'm not saying it's wrong to support your community, but I would rather support my kid than running around giving out money to other people. Do you understand? So as much as investing in your friendship with people, what about your kids? Don't leave them out. They need these things. Yeah. So fashion is one of the things, because number one, out there, if you don't look cool, nobody wants to be your friend. So they get bullied. Your kid will go through bullying, you get through rejection. Nobody wants to be their friend. So let's try and fit in with how the world is going. The problem is, as parents as well, we don't want change. We want to do things the way our parents did it. We want to do things the way we know it's done. No, you have to adapt to change. You need to adapt. You understand? You need to adapt to change, because that's the world is changing. We need to adapt. When you are growing up, nobody cared what you wore. Nobody cared what shoe you wore. Nowadays, your kid can't walk with a trainer called Fila and you think they'll be comfortable. They rather stay at home. So that's the key number one. Please, when your kid wants something, just invest in them. I'm not saying buy them all the time, but things like trainers, you just buy once a year or twice a year, depending how good they are of taking care of them. So just try and minimize it, but let them at least feel like they belong in our community. So they will not be able to be attracted by the drug dealers. So fashion is a major issue. The other thing is, always advise them. The thing with our parents, they never educate us. They never talk to us. You see, like now, if you have a daughter, talk to them. Talk to them. One thing you need to understand, parents, that we live in another world where nothing is hidden anymore. We have internet, we have television, we have things. Our kids are always on computer. So talk to your kids. At a certain age, start introducing them. Talk, educate them. You understand? Educate them about gang, educate them about alcohol. Talk to them, show them how the bad part of it. You see, I remember before, for me to be convicted and stop these things, one day my dad sat me and he told me, look, he became open and he said, I was once there. He said he used to drink. He used to do this. He opened up and I was like, what? You mean you were there, you stopped, and now look at you, you're a big preacher? You mean it's, in my head I was like, you mean it's possible? So that convicted me. I was like, so I can do it. I can do it. You understand? But the problem is, like, parent, we don't want to talk to our kids, the real thing. We want to hide. We want to feel like we are the best. We've never made mistakes. If you tell your kid the mistake you've done, obviously you have to tell them according to their age. Tell them the mistake you did and how they can rectify that. You see? But because they're not introduced this thing, they're seeing it out there. So if you think like, oh, I'm not talking about it, they will not know about it. They can see it. In school, they can see it. So the good thing is educate them. And how can you educate them? Sit down and just tell them, I always put that in my kids, like, do you know smoking is bad? That thing is bad. And they know it's bad. Yeah, and I know most parents tell our kids, but until we start doing it, that's when you say it's bad. But let's try and educate them. If it's girl, educate them about pregnancy, educate them about sex, how to keep themselves. So even when a man starts seeing them, they're attractive, they know. You see, and that's why I'm always like, and that's what we live in, a different generation. You see, so always educate them. Know their friends. You need to know who is your kids working with. Sometimes your kids work with the wrong people, but you don't know. You don't even know. Since your kids start high school, and I'm talking to parents who are in high school, it's always start at high school. So once your kids start high school, you don't even pick them up anymore. You don't know who they work with. Sometimes just spy and know who do they talk to. Be nice to their friends. You know, so once you know their friends, you'll be able also to advise their friends. Because one thing parents don't understand is you just advise your kids, but always try to advise my friends to my kids, because I know their influence as well to my kids. So once I'm able to influence them, they influence each other with the same thing. So know the parents, know your friends, your children's friends, you know, always hang around them. Let's say they're going, like sometimes my kids, they go birthday party. If it's the friend's birthday, they'll be like, we're going McDonald's, mom. I'll make sure I know that friend very well, and I have their number. So sometimes I'll always send messages. I'll always talk to them. So that's the other thing. Know their friends. Pray for their friends. As much as you're praying for your kids, we need to pray for their friends, because those are the circle, the most people they spend time with. So let us educate them. Let us know their friends. Let's pray for their friends. Let's advise their friends as well. Because your kids have only maybe 1 or 2 or 3. If they go much 4 or 5, I don't know. It depends with how popular your kid is. Very small circle, you know. And always pray for them. Always pray for them. So as I said, dealers not work, the kids who don't have pocket money. That's the other big issue. I remember, I'll just give a testimony. I remember one woman came to me and she said, oh, this boy is giving me hard time. I'm always cooking at home. He's always asking me for £1, £2 to eat chips. I don't know to do what after school. And I was like, yeah, I think you should give him. I was like, I think, you know, according to my knowledge and how I've lived life, I was like, mother, I think you should do so. And she was like, why? I said, look, when you come out of school, look, you can look everywhere. Every kid, when they come out of school, 99%, oh, not even 99%, 100% of the kids, they're always in the chicken shop, buying chips, lining up, eating chicken and chips. And then this one kid, just your kid, is not eating chips and fish or chips and chicken. How do you think he feel among a group of people? Everybody's have a pound in their pocket. They're going to eat. Now the woman said, no, I've cooked at home. He should be able to come and eat at home. And I was like, okie dokie, it's your kid, it's your life. I've told you my part. In between life, the kid starts stealing. He starts complaining, my kid is stealing, my kid is doing this, my kid is doing that. And I didn't have time to talk, because I'm thinking, I gave you something, you didn't want it. Now you deal with it, because where now it is going somewhere that I didn't want it to go. Do you understand? So sometimes you have to prevent it. If it's that pocket money, you know. And I know sometimes parents will be like, no, but it's too much. But I always ask, why are you working? If you can't give your kids £5 a week, why are you working? Yeah. So let us, you know, go with how things are going. Let's go with how things are going, because number one, your kid is asking for pocket money, not to go and do drugs, just to buy sweets after school. Because there's to buy something after school. And me, by the grace of God, I used to think like, oh my God, like I have 3 boys who are grown. If one wants something, they are the ones. And so it came to a point they're like, start asking for pocket money. I'm like, oh my goodness, 3. So you times it by 3, you're like, oh no, this is too much in a week. I can do something. But always remember where I've come from. I'm like, no, I need to prevent my kids from something. Because once they start stealing, that's it, you know. So I started giving my kids money. And I came to realize, so when I give them what I do, I give them maybe £5 a week is enough. But sometimes when I'm blessed, I'll give them £10. I'll give them £10. But I don't give them just to use it. I give them advice. And I tell them, listen, how much do you have? And my kids don't even spend their whole money. I'll be like, then I'll stay for a few weeks. I'll be like, oh, come here. How much do you have? They've not even used it. They've saved it. Like, mom, guess what? I'm saving. I saw this nice thing I want to buy. So educate them about saving. So I'll tell them, I'll give you £10, but you have to save the £5, and then you can buy. Last time you told me you want a trainer. You can buy that trainers, remember? Or you can buy that T-shirt you wanted. That one is is new out on stock in stock. You can buy that. So to me, it's like they're just saving for themselves from me. So is that just, work around with them, just play around with them. Yeah, but give them pocket money. It helps a lot. It helps a lot, to be honest. It helps a lot, because when the drug dealer come, they'll be like, I don't need that £1. I don't need that. You see, because they have it all. They have it at home, So that's the other thing. So the other issue is show them your concern. I know parents who their kids come from school. They don't even say, hi, how was your day? The kid came late. I used to do that. Let me tell you the truth. My son has to be at home by 4, because the school is not far. No, 4:30, because the school finish at 3:30. So I give him 1 hour to come home. So 4:30, and one time he came out almost 5, 4, something like that. I was waiting for him, shouting. I saw his face. It's changed. And I said, I didn't tackle that issue very well, did I? But because I'm angry, I'm like, he disrespected me, he did not listen to me, I reacted. So I brought myself together and said, where did I go wrong? Next time he came late, I called him, said, come, you okay, how was your day? You need to remember, our kids are human like any other human. So they may have a good day, they may have a bad day. They may find something out there that you don't know. So I told him, oh, today you're very late. What happened? Now he start talking. You see, he start talking to me. He said, because where he goes to school, there's no buses. He has to like walk, and my son walks slow. My son can walk slow. He can walk very slow. So I realized that he's becoming tired of walking. So we decided not to be picking him up. You see, so I stopped yelling, and I tackled the issue. So the first time he came late, he was tired, and he walked slow, and he was thinking this is a long way, because where there's no way he can get a bus where he is, and if he gets a bus, the walking from the bus stop to my home is just the same distance again. So he always said I walk. So we decided to be picking up. So we picked them up. So we tackled it. So what I'm trying to say, maybe your kid done something wrong, you just start yelling. Be concerned. And I remember one time I asked a kid, listen, because the mother sent me to them, and he said, I went to them and like, listen, so and so, oh, why you rude to your mother? Why do you talk like that? She's your mother. She gives you everything. Let me tell you, this kid have everything. If you want trainers, if you want what the moms buy expensive clothes, yeah. But this kid doesn't even like respect the mom. I learned something there. And then when I went to speak to him, he said, guess what? Yeah, they're always yelling at me. When I come late, when I do something wrong, they're always yelling. But do they ever ask me, how was your day? Do they know what I went through today? I've never heard my mom ask me, yo, how was your day today? Parents, sometimes, yeah, we have a bad day as well, but take time and say, how, my son, how are you? How was your day? You'll be surprised, because when they're young, you have that bond. You have that bond. Today, even my son, when they have a problem, and he'll tell me anything. He'll be like, Mom, can you imagine my friend say this about me? Can you imagine my friends, they're saying this and this and that? And I'll tell them. I remember one time their friends, they were laughing at his video. He did a video, and that video he didn't want people to see it. So the friends saw it, and they have a group in their class, I think. So one of the friends posted it there, because they had a challenge that everyone has to post something. It's nothing. That's nothing, man. They ain't got life. That's why they're posting your things there. Why can't they, So I start encouraging, showing it. So he started laughing, because not me, I'm on his side. I'm dissing his friends. I'm saying, look at your friends. Why would they do that? They don't have life. That's why they're doing it. They don't have anything to do. So as much as I knew, these friends are not even mean it for evil, but now I have to back him up and show him that, yeah, your friends, we can bring them down together. Don't worry. We are stronger together. Be that kind of a friend, yeah? So when the kids are going to high school, they're exposed to things that we don't know. They're exposed to another life. They're exposed to another experience that we don't know. So one thing you need to understand, they start becoming independent, because that's when they go to school by themselves. They walk home by themselves. So in between home and school, what happens there? We don't know. So what they get from home is what they will take it out there. You see, so we need to understand that we need to speak to them. We need to be concerned. Ask them how your day challenges, which challenges are you going through. Sometimes we shout, as I say, before knowing what the actual thing happened. I'm gonna give you a story. I know my mom is listening and my dad, but one time I came home late, and when I came home late, it's not because it was on purpose. We came really late, and I remember we had a car accident somewhere. But when I came home, my parents shouted, "You came late." But we had an accident, because the person who was dropping me, we almost just died, but we had an accident. So can you imagine if someone shouted at you? Would you be able to tell them what happened on that day? No, you'll be like, seriously, really, and go. But they said their part, yeah, and it's normal. It's normal to react. But what I'm trying to say, we can try and pull ourselves together. Because sometimes our kids are going through something we don't know. Like that day, my parents could have known that we had an accident. That's why I came late. Because we had to call the AA. It was serious. But now I had to keep it to myself. Even maybe today they are shocked. Oh, is that what happened? And they don't even know what happened. So life is like that. And that's why I'm coming out just to help people. Not because I want to expose people. I want to expose my life. I have better things to do. But I want to help children. I'm tired of seeing children on street. I see kids on street, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, walking by themselves. I'm like, where is their mom? Where is their dad? Are they not concerned? You can't be sitting at home, your kid at 6 o'clock, they're not home, and you're just comfortable, you're giving them freedom. That's not freedom. No. As much as we love them, we can't give them that kind of freedom just hanging outside. That's the other thing. When your kids just hang out doing nothing, they end up with nothing. So that's the other thing. So remember, they're human. They need our support. They need our love. And I hope this short video has helped you. I hope this short video is encouraged you. You've learned something. Our children need this. We need to support them. We need to love them. They're human just like you. They're human just like me. So let's treat them like one. Let's up our game. The other thing is internet. I see parents like, your kids are always on the computer. You don't know what they're watching. You don't know what they're listening to, but you're happy. Oh, my kid is not disturbing me. They're upstairs. They're always upstairs they're always on their laptop. Let me tell you, go through your kid's phone. Go through what they've been Googling. Go to the history. Me, when my kids, it's bedtime, I tell them, all your phones, bring. And that's the time I go through. Who do they talk to? What are they talking about? So I came to a point, now I relaxed, because I realized my kids are just kids. You understand? But you may find that now your kids are going to a certain age, they start doing things. That's when you find tactics, what to talk about. Maybe your kid is like now into a girl. Maybe they like a girl. They're into relationship. Tell them the truth. That if you mess with this girl, she will get pregnant. Tell them how pregnancy is made. I was surprised. There's a group of women told me that when they were growing up, their mother told them they buy kids, and they believed it. But we're not in that generation where you tell your daughter. They're in school, they're telling them. They're talking to them about gazing. They're telling them a prince and a prince can marry. Talk to your kids about gazing. Tell them that is not the right way. It's not time to allow the world to teach them. Talk at it is. Yeah, and that's the other thing I tell parents. If you see that your kid is in adolescence, obviously they're into girls, they're in puberty, I would say, don't shout at your kid, say, don't have girlfriend. Tell them, to have a girlfriend is good, to have a wife is good one day, but at the right time. Because you keep telling them, no girlfriend. Now, When a boyfriend comes, they think, oh, okay, my mom said no girlfriend, we can do boyfriend then. She will not know. Just empower them, educate them. I hope this video has helped you. If it have helped you, if you like it, give it a thumbs up, like our video. That's another way of sharing, of blessing this awareness. If you want to support the awareness of drugs, alcohol, and gang awareness, please like this video, share it, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, I hope you're blessed. Thank you so much. God bless you. Is your host again, Reverend Rahab Mwangi. Thank you.